Do we want to move on to the AFC East? Because I know
Let's do it. Let's do it. Because I
we
want
have
to say
a
West for last.
yeah we have someone who's a fan of a team in the East. Um, but we'll save that team for later. Let's start off with the New York Jets. We have a motivated Zach Wilson, um, to say the least. Hudson, what do you think Zach Wilson and the New York Jets are going to be doing? I expect you to have a big say in this division.
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely will. What do I expect from Zach Wilson and the Jets? Nothing. Well, they're okay. Nothing is a bit of a reach, but I did like this team and how they drafted Brees Hall, who's one of the best running backs in the draft. They took him in the third round, trading up and taking Jermaine Johnson at pick number 26, bringing Garrett Wilson at number 10, Derek Stingley at 4, Sauce Gardner at 4. This team's looking really solid. And it would have been even crazier if they got Tyreek Hill, but they would have most likely had to give up Garrett Wilson in that 10th pick, basically. But I had the Jets going 6-11. Definitely better than last season, but this team's still going to be really young and still a long way to go. Zach Wilson is going to be a fun player to watch this season, to say the least. But, I really don't think that – I think in the division, I don't think that they will be winning many games, nor this whole entire season. But I think behind a very good coaching staff and Robert Saleh and surrounding coaches, this Jets team should be able to be back from the rebuild and kind of make their progress into becoming a playoff contender.
I'm not that far away, Hudson. I have the Jets finishing 7-10. They're gonna have a very good, solid year. I have a feeling Zach Wilson is gonna take a step. 7-10. However, they will finish third in the division. They're gonna be a very good team. Third in the division. Hudson's about to have a heart attack in a few minutes.
We'll get there.
But the Jets are a very good team. And I think they'll win some big time games. Games against the Patriots. I had them beating the Browns early. Pittsburgh. Had them beating Chicago, Detroit, Jacksonville, Seattle. All these trash teams. And do I have them beating? No. Okay. So yeah, 7 wins I feel is appropriate for them. Third in the division though. I really like what they did though. I think they'll be very good sooner than later. Zach Wilson is really good. And I think next year they could really make a playoff push, but 7-10 for them this year.
I have them going 7-10 as well. Exact same prediction. I think they had one of the best drafts. Think they're a couple years away from making it to the playoffs, in my opinion. But I think 7-10 is a good baseline for them. And yeah, that's going to be the Jets. Moving on to the Buffalo Bills. What do you guys have the Bills finishing at?
I have the Bills winning the division. 14-3 I have them going, which is the best record in the entire NFL, finishing first in the conference, obviously. I think this Bills team really is everything that they could possibly need to be a Super Bowl contender this year. And they are probably going to be my pick going into the season because they might be the safest pick, to be honest. Josh Allen has turned himself into one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Stephon Diggs has been the wide receiver 1 on this team for a little while now since he got traded there. Gabe Davis has obviously been a huge part of their success. Their defense has been extraordinary. And I really don't see any reason the Bills should have less than 13 wins this season.
I have this team. Oh, yeah, this is about to be a hot take. Right. I have this team starting out 15-0, and finishing 15-2. Best record in the league. That's how good I think Buffalo is. They're going to finish 15-2, and their only loss is going to be to Cincinnati. And they'll lose the last game of the season because they don't have anything to play for against New England. That's how good I think Buffalo is. I think they pull off big wins against the Rams, against the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Packers. I think this Bills team is equipped. They are getting Trey White back. This team is good. This team is very good, and they're easily my Super Bowl pick right now. No doubt in my mind. This team is the best team in the league, in my opinion. They're going to be the best team in the league, number one record, 15-2.
I have them going with the exact same record, 15-2. They're going to win the Super Bowl. And they're just going to be the best team in the NFL. You know, Josh Allen is obviously, I think Josh Allen's my MVP pick. I'm saying it right now. Josh Allen's my MVP pick. I think Stephon Diggs is very good. Added Von Miller, a big, addition to their defense. Gabriel Davis, my boy, is going to be in the Pro Bowl. They're going to be a very good team. They're going to be an extremely good team. They'll dominate that division. I think
Jamison Crowder too.
Jamison Crowder. I mean, they added a ton of players. Kyrie Elam in the draft.
Von Miller.
I really think that they're going to be, they're going to be a really good team. They're going to win the Super Bowl, in my opinion. So, I think that they're going to go 15-2. That puts us at the New England Patriots. Hudson, what do you have for the Patriots?
I have the Patriots finishing at 9-8. Now, I could have gone worse on this team. I could have gone worse. Trust me, this team is not as good as you think it is. Mac Jones is not going to be he's not going to take the biggest leap out of any sophomore quarterback. And this team's receiving core is not very good. Okay, look, I want both of you to answer who their best receiver is.
Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers.
Okay, and that is that on most teams, that would not be a number one receiver. Like, that would be maybe a number 2 or 3. And behind that, you have a guy like Devonte Parker, who can be a great X receiver.
Devonte Parker, receiver.
When he's on the field. He's not on the field. That's the problem. It's a new season. Every season it's a new season, and he's still not on the field. His best season was obviously really, really good, which was we were saying before a couple of days ago, it was 2019 or 2020 when Fitzpatrick was QB. That was when he was on the field. Obviously, you're going to have better stats when you play more games. And he's not been on the field with injuries being a lingering issue with him over the past couple seasons. So this team, obviously, they lost J.C. Jackson. So losing Gilmore and Jackson over the last 3 seasons, it's going to be a huge loss for them. So this team is not going to be as good as you guys think it is. 9-8 is what I have them as, and finishing 3rd in the division.
Oh boy. Yeah, this might spark some controversy.
He has them finishing last, I already know.
Who, me?
Yeah.
You can breathe a sigh of relief, Hudson. I have the New England Patriots finishing last in the AFC East.
I have them
going.
That.
They are going. Wait for it. This is about to be really controversial. Suas might bark at me. 4-13. I don't think this team is good at all. I actually don't. I actually think the Patriots are garbage. Losing J.C. Jackson is going to hurt so much. Pass rush isn't really there. And Bill Belichick hasn't even announced his starting coordinators. Mac Jones has essentially no weapons. The offensive line isn't really that good. And they're just not going to be that good. They're just not going to be that good. And that's it. They're going to lose some of these big-time games. Baltimore, Green Bay, Cleveland, Indianapolis. I think the Jets beat them. Vikings, Bills twice. Cardinals, Raiders, Bengals. I don't think the Patriots are that good. And I can't wait to watch Flight react to all these games and all these losses. I don't think they're that good. End of story. And defense is not that good. 4-13, last in the division.
I love it.
I have them going 9-8. Same as Hudson. Exact same as Hudson. Um, Never count out Bill Belichick and the Patriots. That's something that you have to do. You can never count them out. I don't care who they have. Patriots fans, the leap is coming for Mac Jones. Don't worry. The leap is coming. And think that Mac Jones is going to take the next step. Was a Pro Bowler in his rookie year. He's only going to get better, man. He's in great shape. I don't know if you've seen how he looks right now, but he's in tremendous shape. And I think that the addition of Devonte Parker, whatever Hudson feels about it, is it such a coincidence that Devonte Parker's worst seasons after that breakout season came with Tua as his QB? No, it's not. It's not a coincidence at all. His best season was without Tua, with Fitzpatrick as the QB. Now he has Mac Jones, another QB who's an upgrade over Tua. And he's going to be a great X receiver for the Patriots. Their schedule is it's okay. It's not the easiest or the toughest. They'll finish 9-8 to me. And Bill Belichick will pull off a coup with this team. So 9-8 for me. We'll move on to the Dolphins next. Hudson, what do you have for the Dolphins?
Well, I'm all right. I'm gonna say quickly. He had his best season because he was on the field. That was his most played season. But for the Dolphins, I kind of want to hear you guys go first, and then I can go after. I'll go last.
Okay, I'll go first then.
Sure.
I have the Dolphins going 9-8. I have them going 9-8. However, they will not be making playoffs. And Hudson, I think you know why. It's because of the AFC West. Look, they're gonna. I think they start out 5-4. I have them starting out 5-4.
Wait, what do you have of starting out first 4 games? Because the first 4 games.
First 4 games, 1-3.
That's fair.
I'm starting out 1-3, and I have them actually being 7-5. But here's the problem: you got Chargers, Bills, Packers, and that's basically your downfall right there. Okay, 7-8, you'll win the last 2 games, and you'll be 9. Okay, that's your downfall right there. If you can win 2 of those 3 games, there's a good chance the Dolphins could make the playoffs. There's a very good chance they can make the playoffs. Except I don't think they can win 2 of those 3 games because those 3 teams are just way above the Dolphins. 9-8 is where I have them. They'll go 4-2 in the division. But this is where I have them. Unfortunately, Hudson.
That's fair.
Time to talk about this team. I have them going 9-8 as well. Exact same as the Patriots for me. And the biggest reason is because, they have a lot of weapons, obviously, but who's throwing to them?
Tua Tagovailoa.
Exactly. That's the reason they're going to be not a double-digit win team for me. You can argue that their backup is better than their starter, and that is something that is a very, very, it's very sad. If they had a better QB, this team could have been a Super Bowl contender to me. But their QB is the reason why they're going to falter. And it's deeper than the QB, even apart from their O-line. I know they bolstered it, but it's not. Is it a top 15 O-line to me? No. So probably not even top 20 if you ask me. Apart from Jalen Phillips and whoever else they have, I think that pass rush is not very deep. And I think that, I'm a huge fan of Javon Holland, obviously, as you guys probably know. But I think they're going to finish. And they have a new coach, and I don't know if he's going to be able to lead them the same way that Brian Flores did, especially on the defensive end, where Brian Flores kept their defense very tight, which I don't think a lot of people give him credit for. I know the play calling was not the best, but the defense was very solid with Brian Flores. I have them going 9-8, and they'll miss the playoffs.
Been waiting all night for this one. I have the Dolphins finishing the season with a record of 11-6. which is not it's not too crazy. Lucky I didn't. Biased part of me is not pushing it up to 12-5. That I feel like that's a bit absurd, but I think we can start season 2-2. First 4 games are going to be a bit tough. Patriots week 1, Ravens week 2. I want to say Bengals week 3, and then Bills week 3, and then the Bengals week 4 on like Thursday Night Football, which is going to be tough. But then we have Lions, Bears, Jets, Steelers, like some easy teams like that who I think we are capable of beating. But we did lose to the Jaguars last season, so anything's possible. But I feel like the Dolphins are set up for success this season. Like I said before, or in another episode, I think Tua just needed all the weapons around him. And now with Jalen Waddle, with Tyreek Hill, with Raheem Mostert, with Chase Edmonds, with Cedric Wilson, with Mike Gesicki, I feel like he's everything he needs to succeed. Yes, I will agree. The O-line is not top 15. It's not like the best O-line in the league. But compared to the 32nd ranked O-line, literally the dead worst in the league, I think adding Teron Armstead and Connor Williams, that will excel the O-line, at least to be sustainable for Tua, who has gotten injured in most of his games, to be honest. And with having one of the quickest releases in the league, I'm not too worried about, pocket collapsing. He's one of his elite traits. Okay. All right. One of his elite traits is pocket presence, as well as what was the other one? Throw time, getting the
picks. That's what it is. Throws a lot of picks.
No, release time. That's what I meant. And I think that with all the weapons, as you were saying, I think he'll be able to succeed. But Brian Flores obviously was a defensive-minded head coach. With the defense, I feel like intact with Josh Boyer, the defensive coordinator. I think now having an offensive-minded head coach will be able to excel this offense to its limit, which is, to me, the sky. And I think this team has everything possible to succeed. So 11-6, I have the Dolphins making the playoffs.
Okay.
You know what? Go ahead, Suhash. I want to hear this.
I mean, I don't see them cracking double-digit wins, especially with their schedule. To me, you have some tough games in there, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
We do.
Dude, that I'm telling you, that back stretch, that 3-game stretch is gonna nail them.
Wait, so I have them missing it, but like I said, I have 8 teams ahead of them, like in record-wise.
Which means you have the Ravens above the Patriots, which means you have the Ravens making the playoffs.
I do.
One of these AFC West teams is getting snubbed.
I have an AFC West team missing the playoffs.
Yeah, same.
Okay. I actually don't.